go ahead and call the agenda meeting to order. We'll stand, Mr. Morgan, you say a prayer for us, please? Sure.
Father, thank you for this evening. Thank you for everyone that's here, citizens. We're all citizens, God. Commissioners that are here in this room as well. God, give us wisdom tonight, direction. Continue to lead our county in a way that honors you, and that is a blessing to those of us who live here in Morris County. Thank you for this night and this evening. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Face the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, may be seated. So this is the agenda meeting. Mr. Ryan Durham, I will turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, so what we have currently on the agenda as it is building is the normal reports. Of course, we'll have the normal elections, the notaries that's always on there. There will be the election for county attorney in one or two parts, either as for the county attorney and then also for the delinquent tax collection process. Next, we get into the resolutions that we know, or the things that we know we're going to have to talk about. Those are the typical things: approving minutes, approving the amendments to the budget, approving amendments if there are any to the school board of budget. I'm sorry. None. Okay. That makes things one less thing to organize, doesn't it? Then the topic matters, or the subject matters for specific resolutions that we know about at this point is our clerk has requested the commission to examine a modification to the juror compensation process. He is here, and certainly you all can delve into that in your respective meetings, but the long and the short of it is the statute provides essentially two ways of calculating how a juror could be paid: an amount per day plus per diems, or a greater amount per day. Mr. Clark, I think, is submitting or suggesting that the flat amount is a lot easier. Doesn't necessarily come with the same efficiency concerns or staffing needs of doing all the appropriate calculations for mileage and per diem and the like. That's we have that. There, Mr. County Executive, you and I have spoken about the land adjacent to the library and the issue with the city and contingency. Currently, I have that on the agenda for discussion if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you'll recall from the July meeting that you all approved the purchase with the city of the land adjacent to the library. The city and the county were putting in equal sums for that. The money is escrowed and it is ready to close. When the closing began to happen, or we started getting down to the nuts and bolts of it, the city raised the question of, why aren't we going to be co-tenants? Because it was drafted, the deed anyway was drafted for Allen Betts to review, where the county would be the only title owner of that property. The city pushed back and said, hey, we're putting up half the money, we want our name on the deed also. And they have thus far, at least as between council, remained very firm in that point. So we have on the agenda for your consideration an amendment to that resolution that would allow co-tenancy. Now, in reality, what is done with that land in the future would likely have to be by some version of interlocal agreement anyway, but that'll be there for your consideration, probably passing, I assume, to the budget committee. And then, Brenda, you had sent me a list of the of outdated and non-functional equipment for solid waste. Does that have to go on before? I know it has to go before the budget committee, but does it have to go for county for commission approval, or Is it a
The
standalone?
budget committee is gonna discuss it tonight, and if they approve it, it will need a resolution because the plan of disposal is to donate it to another county
Okay,
with the stipulation that we get it back when they're done with it.
so,
Let's take that wild real estate.
so we have that penciled in on the, agenda already. Good. All right, and then finally, the last thing that I know about at this point, and then certainly happy to take any items from you all, is the change of assessment certification for various personal property assessments for the trustee's office. There's a stack of those that need to be approved, and I think Kylie submits those throughout the year at different times. These would be for the years 20, 21, 22, 23. I don't remember offhand exactly how many pieces of property there were, but it's not it took me very little time to flip through the pages, so I don't think it's much. But that'll be on, that's the last thing I know of.
Say again what that was.
Changing of assessment of certification for clunky statutory language for, there are certain aspects of personal property that are included in the assessment for tax purposes. And this is changing the way, because they're essentially rolling off, they're no longer there.
Okay, alright, so we're talking about like times.
Yes.
I've got a couple appointments that are up and due. So railroad board appointment to fill, oh goodness, that Scott recommended Scott Franks to fill that void on the railroad board. So that'll have to be approved by the commission. And also the agriculture committee recommended Barry Luffman to fill that point. You good with that on the ag committee? Good, right. Yeah, so that'll be, come before the commission on that. County road list, is on my whiteboard.
That does have, yes.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Have any interlocal agreement with the solid waste?
Not, we're working that out right now with, between them, but there's, we're not there tonight with it, we may be there next week with them, be able to bring it before the resolution committee. But we're gonna, hash that out with some stuff they said, what you said.
Anybody else have anything for the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I do.
Go ahead, Will.
I've got a couple honorariums I'd like to do. One for David Crockett's Beta Club. They made a feat this year, the first Beta Club in state history to win the large group performing arts performance 2 years in a row. And then also, an LPS Beta member, Eden Morgan, has won the math award for Beta 2 years in a row.
This is LPS,
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Eden Morgan.
ED, Eden.
Yeah, that's right.
I might know
I
that
wasn't
kid.
going to.
Really?
I might know that kid.
No, that, not scratching.
Yeah, they take,
Math, really?
every kid in the state
Oh, it's
in
math.
Beta takes that test or whatever, and she's won it 2 years in a row, number one in the state. What about Charlie Holt Annex? We talked about honoring Charlie Holt, with the judiciary annex over there, whatever we're gonna call that, whatever the terminology was, I won't forget that.
I am mostly finished with that resolution, and I guess, the motion barred me from remembering it, to put it on my notes tonight, but, if you all can advise me what your official determination is of what you call it, and we just plug that in.
No, we have more than one ideas as to what to do, where to do, make the whole thing. So what did we come up with?
We could just rename a portion of it, because if you rename the whole thing, you're gonna run into issues with Google and.
Yes, we talked about the new courtrooms, that whole wing, maybe a wing, and then in the future, that would even leave those courtrooms, you know, in the future, someone else's name was on one, or maybe a judge or something down the road. Like, if we just named that whole wing after Charlie, judicial annex, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what you would call it, but that's something we need to figure out.
Amazon just spend money on signs. Name the whole building, you gotta put something there, so.
But, yeah, I just knew it jumped around, so.
If we put it like right there, come,
Judicial annex.
judicial index sounds fine.
Yeah, judicial annex, a wing or something, yeah.
I was thinking like whole judicial wing or judicial annex, if that's what we're doing.
Charlie Holt, judicial
I
annex.
bet Ryan can come up with some eloquent thing
Yeah.
to call it.
We'll have something for your consideration that's right along those lines. How about that?
Yeah, and we are just doing the new portions. I'll try to write it all
Here,
down,
Brandon.
I'm ready for the.
Brandy had something first. Okay.
Budget and Utilities Committee approved on, December the 8th, to do a water line extension on Fairview Road. We're gonna fund it at the amount of $12,000.
It was 4 houses, correct?
Yeah.
I'll send you all the info on that.
Thank you.
I'm happy happy you're on it.
Travis.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, but I don't know if I need to bring something up, because I don't have, there's at least one, maybe two other areas that I'm still waiting on some stats and stuff like that, but that's to do with the football team and, one player that played, East-West All-Star game, stuff like that, so. It may not be on this time, because I don't have stats, I don't know how that works, but I need to type it all up myself, or, you know, that's.
If you will provide me the stats,
You can make it sound pretty.
I can get you something to look at.
I don't have them just yet, so maybe next time.
Tate and Russell, right?
Yes.
Anything else? Might be it for now, until after this meeting, budget meeting.
All right.
Landed on lucky number 2.
Go ahead.
Memorial Bridge. We're figure out. I think that didn't.
No, that passed.
That passed.
That passed, yeah,
Who
that,
was that name?
Sandy Newton had it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Sandy
Thompson.
It's on Buffalo Road, wasn't it?
Johnny Thompson?
Johnny R. Thompson.
Yeah, Johnny R. Thompson, yeah. Flatwoods and Buffalo Road.
We have to refer to that to the state.
Yeah, that goes to the state, we gotta, yeah, we gotta just refer that, yeah.
So it's not even a need for resolution?
I don't think so, cause when I did Jason Dickey's, I had to go to the state with it, the state had to do it all. She just needs to
In the
bring it.
past, sometimes we approved it,
Who's in the
recommended it
state?
to the state representative.
Send them the resolution.
I guess we can, yeah, we can do that.
No, we hit 13.
Thank you, Christian. Mm. I think that's it, yeah.
All right.
Somebody else got anything else?
We'll get it all put together.
All right.
Well, nothing else, I'll call this meeting adjourned.